Well, hi there, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kareth. Thank you for stopping by. Today, I have a recipe for a meal in a jar. This one is for classic chicken noodle soup. My best friend texted me the other day and said, Kareth, you need to do a meal in a jar recipe for chicken noodle soup. And I thought, how do I not have that up on my channel already? I have a recipe for chicken noodle soup on my channel, but it's not for a meal in a jar. And she was making some chicken noodle soup for her family, and she thought it would be really great if you had one of those meal in a jar recipes on your channel. And she's so right. Our weather's been really weird. It's been raining off and on for a week here, and this just seemed like the perfect thing. Nice and cozy. Y'all, this is such a great recipe. Let me show you how I put it together. I'm starting with a quart-sized jar. I wanted to do 2 really large servings or like 3 medium-sized servings of soup. You'll want to start with a couple of cups of pasta in the bottom of your jar. And I'm using that Skinner brand of the wide noodles, but you could use whatever kind of pasta you want just so it's a little bit sturdy. I really like those Amish noodles from Walmart. Those are really good in here. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of our butter powder, just because my grandma, when she made this soup, and my mom, they would saute their vegetables in some butter first. And I think that adds a little richness to it. Add some chicken bouillon, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then some thyme. So these seasonings here are very simple, but that's kind of what I was going for. That's what I look for in a chicken noodle soup. Nothing too complicated, classic yumminess. That cayenne pepper is totally optional. I like just a little bit of heat. The garlic is great in here. And I really like the flavor of celery. I always crush it because it does fit in the jar better. And my husband doesn't think he likes it, but he really does. All you need here is just a couple tablespoons of the carrots. They're very strong in flavor, so that's all you need. And then 2 tablespoons of onions. I like the chopped onions in here. And they're really small. There's a lot of them in those 2 tablespoons, so that's really all you need. And then I'm going to add a cup of chicken slices. You can use whatever kind of chicken you like. I really like the chicken slices, but you could use the dices or the grilled chicken. In goes an oxygen absorber to keep this on your pantry shelf. And yeah, that's all there is to it, guys. Very simple, not too many ingredients. And oh my goodness, it's so yummy. Y'all, if you try this recipe and you like this recipe, you could keep several of these stored on your pantry shelf instead of those cans from the grocery store. This is so much better for you. If you're enjoying my content, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. And if you're interested in getting my meals in a jar recipes in cookbook form, I do have a cookbook out. If you want the print version, this one is available on Amazon, and I also have the ebook version available on my website, which is thefreezedriedfoodie.com. I will link both below. All right, back to the video. Whenever you're ready to make this, all you have to do is get out a large soup pot. I've got my Dutch oven there. And then you'll just empty the ingredients into the pot and add water. It's one of those dump and go recipes, which I love. It's very simple. I'm adding 6 cups of water to this, but I think somewhere between 6 and 7. If you want more broth, go ahead and add 7. And yeah, it's just the easiest thing ever. You give it a little stir, get some heat. You'll want to bring this to a boil. And I think I put it on a medium high or so. Not too high because you want to give that chicken some time to refresh. But once you bring it to a boil, you can go ahead and reduce your heat down to medium. Just let it go about 12 minutes or so, between 12 and 14, something like that. You just want to make sure your noodles are tender, the carrots are cooked, and your chicken is completely refreshed, rehydrated, and tender. So I could tell right there the noodles are tender. I can tell just by looking at them. And I wanted to show you what those chicken slices look like once they're really good and refreshed. It will focus in just a second. See, that's what you're looking for. And that's why I love the chicken slices. They just get fall apart tender, and the chicken slices are my favorite. You can use whatever kind of chicken you want, but I really do like those chicken slices. I think they turn out best of all of our freeze-dried chicken. I think they are the least dry of the freeze-dried, if that makes any sense. You can give it a taste, adjust your seasonings. I didn't add anything to mine. I just served it on up. I did add a little bit of fresh rosemary. I have a little bit of rosemary growing out back, and I thought, oh yeah, that'll be delicious. So I put just a couple sprigs of rosemary on the top. But isn't that a lovely soup? This looks just like what I had at my grandma's house, what my mom would serve to us, homemade chicken noodle soup. There's just something so cozy and comforting about it. My mom used to make this for us anytime we were under the weather, and then sometimes we would just have this in the wintertime or anytime it was cool or rainy. It's definitely a comfort food for me. It's great with biscuits. It's great with a side salad. It's great on its own. And the seasonings are totally customizable. All of my seasonings are customizable. Don't feel like you have to follow my recipes to the letter. If you want to change things up, you feel free and do that. My recipes are a guide. Everybody's taste is very personal. So if you want to add some oregano and basil or rosemary or whatever, you just do that. I'm sure whatever you decide, it'll be delicious. But hopefully my recipes are helpful to you as a guide. And I will leave the full recipe down in the description box below, as well as my shopping links. And Amy, thank you so much for this idea. You're the bestest bestie ever. Well, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a blessed day. And until next time, y'all take care and keep thriving.